Welcome students to the second session of the Banglesellers. In the first session, we did the explanation and the summary of the Banglesellers. In the second session, we'll be dealing with the word meaning, phrases, themes, critical appreciation, and the form and style of the poetry. So, we start with the first paragraph, the word meanings. In the first paragraph, we have the word bear, which stands or which means to carry. Shining loads stands or refers to the loads of bangle, which the bangle sellers carry happily. The next one is rainbow tinted. It stands for the bangles of different colors in the rainbow. Lustrous tokens, which stands for bright signs. Radiant lives, meaning is happy and prosperous lives. For happy daughters and happy wife, please underline that line. It means that the bangles are meant to be happy tokens of happy lives for the virgins and the happy married women. For in Indian culture, widows were forbidden to wear bangles. This was the case in the past. In the second paragraph, we have the word meet, which stands for suitable. Maiden's wrist stands for unmarried girls. Flushed means red colored. Mountain mist stands for the mist or the moisture laden air in the mountains. Buds, which stands for flowers still in bloom and not fully open, referring to the unmarried and virgin girls. Tranquil stands for calm. Woodland stream stands for stream in a forest. Aglow is shining. Clevis stands for stick. Sticks closely to. Limpid glory is clear beauty. Newborn leaves stands for the green color. Newly born leaves in the trees, referring to the green color bangles. In the next stanza, we have sunlit corn. Corn here stands for the shining corn which is spread out in the sun. Bridal morn, the morning on which the girl is supposed to become a bride. Flame of a marriage fire, referring to the fire-colored bangles expressive of the passion in the heart of the bride. The next one is the hue, which stands for color. Tinkling, creating a ringing sound. Luminous is clear. Tender and clear is delicate and the transparency. Please underline the last line, bridal laughter and bridal tear. This particular line refers to the bride who is happy about her, is happy because she's getting married and going to her new house, and she has passion and she has expectations of the new life. And bridal tear stands for the pain, the separation which she'll be feeling from her parents, a sorrowful thought of her separation from her parents. So it's a contrast of mixed emotions. In stanza 4, we come to gold flecked grey, which stands for gold covered grey colored bangles meant for wives or mothers. Life midway stands for middle-aged women. Cherished is enjoyed. Blessed is bless. Cradled stands for giving birth and rearing up. Household is family. Fruitful pride stands for the ultimate result, and worships the gods at her husband's side means a place of pride given in India to a woman after she's proved her worth as a daughter-in-law, wife, and mother. We come to the next part, which is the theme of the poem. Basically, the poet talks about the womanhood. She celebrates the womanhood in three main stages: as a maiden, as a bride, and as a mother. Each of this stage is described by the colors of bangles. Thus, the main theme of the poem is that the bangles are a part and parcel of women's life in India. Each color which the poet speaks represents a particular stage of womanhood. Silver, blue, pink represents the stage of maidenhood. Yellow speaks about the morning of the wedding. Fiery red speaks about the passionate longing in bride's heart, symbolic of a bridal night. These all are representatives of girl's wedding. Gold, grey, purple represents the motherhood and matriarchy. The next we come to is patriarchy. The poet has not directly referred to the role and dominance of male in women's life, but there are enough hints of patriarchal setup in the poem. A man as husband, father, and sons play an important role in every stage of her life. We can see that in the last four lines of the poem, which speaks about the patriarchal ideology by a woman poet, whose hands have cherished, whose love has blessed, and cradled fair sons on her faithful breast, and serves her household in fruitful pride, and worships the gods at her husband's side. By using fair sons, the poet has only upheld the gender discrimination in Indian families. The last line too shows women's insubordination by her husband. Even if the idea is factual or ironic, it goes to the favor a setup in which women are mere objects to be placed in a fixed boxes. Next we come to the critical appreciation. The poem speaks about simplicity and lyricism. There is no doubt that the Bangleseller is simple, evocative, and lyrical. Its rhythm appeals to us at once. There are beautiful expressions which are captivating. Rainbow-tinted circle of light, tranquil brow of woodland stream, lustrous token of radiant lives, happy daughters and happy wives. One among them and another one is like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. Despite the poem's evocative powers, it does not appeal to the modern reader. The first, people defy, especially in the urban areas, where they have not seen the Banglesellers moving around near the temple. Secondly, educated ladies have little or no charm left for the old-fashioned bangles. Besides, the poet's presentation of Indian scene and ethos is orthodox, almost in the line with the outdated patriarchal ideology. The woman is presented as tender, weak, helpless and dependent, unlike of what people face today. She is more of an individual, independent, and self-recognized. Man is considered as father, husband, and son who determines her life, the image of a proud mother rearing her fair sons, and her hard-earned place at the side of her husband at religious rituals is unacceptable in a time of feminist outlook. We come next to the style. The Bangleseller is written in a lyric form. It is remarkable for its verbal melody. It is short and gives expression to the single emotions or feeling of happiness. Like any other good lyric, it is well-knit poem. The rhyme scheme in each stanza is AABBCC, which is a couplet form, and which gives a melodious effect and a fast rhythm. The poet has used effective visual imagery in the poem. For example, she chooses silver, blue, and pink hues to represent maidenhood, yellow for bridal morning, and red or orange for the bridal night. Colors like purple and gold and grey are used for motherhood to represent women's feeling of pride and fulfillment in her married life. Most of the images come from the world of nature. Flowers, leaves, buds, stream, and sunlit corn have been used as comparisons. This is quite unusual with the poets of Naidu's age. The next we are going to talk about is simile. Simile, which is used by Naidu, is quite familiar here. In the Bangleseller, Naidu is quite fond of using similes. The first one is silver and blue as mountain mist. Some are flushed like the buds that dream. There are 3 similes in the third stanza using like. Some are like fields of sunlit corn. Some like the flame of her marriage fire, like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. The next we are talking about is metaphors, which is a comparison, but they are compressed and direct, as rainbow-tinted circle of light, which is a metaphor for bangles, shining loads, which is again metaphor for bundles of shining bangles, flushed like the buds that dream, metaphor for maidens lost in the dreams of marriage. With this, we come to the end of the session with the Banglesellers. Thank you.